All right, so have you ever sent out a resume and felt like you were just kind of tossing it into a black hole?
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like sending a message in a bottle, hoping it'll reach the right shores.
Right. And then you start to wonder, like, what happens to it? Who sees it? Is there even a point? Well, today we're diving into RoleCatcher, and it's supposedly here to, like, demystify all of that.
It's not just about knowing where your resume ends up, but about understanding how to get it to the top of the pile.
Oh,
Especially now, with more companies relying on algorithms to sort through candidates.
oh yeah, the AI gatekeeper. So is RoleCatcher like some kind of AI antidote?
You could say that. It's more like it's your AI ally helping you work with the algorithms instead of against them. And it's not just about resumes. It's like this whole hub for managing your job hunt.
Okay, so it's not just another job board where you endlessly scroll.
No, it's more like having a personalized career assistant.
Mhm.
Imagine searching across tons of job boards with a single click and then having an AI tell you exactly how to tweak your resume for each one.
Whoa, so it takes the guesswork out of tailoring your resume.
Right.
That alone would be a game changer. But doesn't everyone's resume end up sounding the same if we're all using the same AI?
That's where RoleCatcher's Copilot AI comes in. It's not just swapping out keywords, it actually analyzes your skills and your experience against what each job actually requires.
Okay, now that sounds way more sophisticated than those generic resume templates.
Yeah.
So tell me more about this Copilot AI. How does it work?
It's all about data. They've trained this AI on a massive data set of successful resumes, job descriptions, you name it. So it can pick up on those subtle things that make a difference.
So it's like having a secret decoder ring for the job market. But, okay, data aside, how does it actually help you find the right jobs in the first place?
Right. They've got a built-in job board, kind of like an all-in-one aggregator. But here's the cool part. They've got this browser extension called RoleCatcher.capture, and it lets you save jobs from any website you're on with a single click.
Oh, that's handy. So no more like a million open tabs or emailing yourself links. That's a win already.
Yeah.
So you found some promising leads. You've used RoleCatcher to give your resume a makeover. What happens next?
This is where the AI scoring comes in. It analyzes your resume against those specific job requirements, and it gives you a kind like a compatibility rating.
So basically, you can see where you stand before even sending your application.
Yeah, it's about being strategic. Like it might suggest highlighting certain skills or experiences that are particularly relevant to that hiring manager.
It's like having a personal branding consultant on speed dial.
Hmm.
This is incredibly comprehensive, but we haven't even touched on like the interview process. How does RoleCatcher help with that?
Ah, yes. Because getting the interview is just half the battle, right?
Tell me about it. So how does RoleCatcher tackle that aspect?
Well, for starters, they have this massive library of practice interview questions, like over 120,000 of them.
120,000 questions. They're not messing around. But practice can only get you so far. What else does RoleCatcher offer?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. They've got this AI-powered feedback system.
Like AI that judges your interview skills.
Not judges, more like coaches. Imagine recording yourself answering interview questions and then getting detailed feedback on everything from your pacing to, how well you actually answered the question.
Wait, so the AI analyzes your video too. That's next level. What exactly does it look at?
Yeah, it looks at things like your eye contact, like are you looking at the camera, your body language even, and how clearly you're getting your point across.
It's like having a virtual director for your job search. Okay, this is seriously impressive, but we've barely scratched the surface, right?
Yeah.
There's more to RoleCatcher.
Oh, there's plenty more. Remember how we were talking about AI gatekeepers earlier? Well, RoleCatcher actually flips the script.
You mean instead of just waiting for companies to find you, you can make yourself discoverable to them?
Exactly. They have this whole system where employers can actually search for candidates based on their skills and experience.
It's like instead of your resume getting lost in the void, it's out there, like shining a beacon.
Right. It puts the power back in your hands.
I love it. Okay, so there's this whole other side to it, but I got to ask, what about those career compass things? I keep seeing those mentioned.
Ah, the career compass. That's where things get really interesting. It's not just about finding a job. It's about, charting your whole career path.
Okay, so it's not like those personality quizzes that tell you what kind of bread you are.
Not quite. This is way more in depth. They've got thousands of career guides, and I'm not talking about just, basic job descriptions.
Oh, okay, so what kind of information do these guides actually have?
Think of it like this. Imagine you could pick the brain of someone who's already at the top of their game in your field. That's what these guides are like. They tell you everything from the skills you need to the salary you can expect, even how the whole field is projected to change in the future.
So it's like a crystal ball for your career.
Exactly. And to help you make sense of it all, they've also compiled a massive database of employers, like millions of them.
Wow, millions.
Yeah. You can look up companies, you can see what their culture is like, you can even see what current employees are saying about them on, those employer review sites.
So you're not just going in blind. You can actually see if a company is a good fit for you.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right opportunity, not just any opportunity.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, but let's be real for a sec. Building something this sophisticated can't be cheap. What's the catch? Is RoleCatcher free to use?
Well, here's the good news. A lot of the core features are actually completely free. You can use the job board, you can get started with the resume builder, and even access some of those career guides without paying a dime.
Oh, wow. So you can actually test it out before committing to anything.
Exactly. And for those who want to unlock the full power of RoleCatcher, they have the premium Copilot AI subscription.
Right, so that's where you get all the bells and whistles, the superpowered AI, all that good stuff.
Exactly. And, it's an investment, but it's one that can potentially pay off big time if it helps you land your dream job faster or, even just makes the whole job hunting process less painful.
That in itself is worth a lot. So RoleCatcher has options for everyone, from those just dipping their toes into the job market to, like, seasoned pros looking for a change.
Exactly. But regardless of where you're at in your career journey, I think their core mission really shines through. It's all about empowering job seekers and giving them the tools and information they need to succeed.
So they're like the Robin Hood of career development, taking from the job market gatekeepers and giving to the people.
I like that. Yeah, it's about leveling the playing field and making sure everyone has a fair shot.
This is also inspiring. But from your perspective, what stood out to you the most about RoleCatcher?
Honestly, it's the combination of cutting-edge technology and a genuine focus on, human potential.
Yeah, it's not just about algorithms and data points. They actually seem to care about helping people find fulfilling careers.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes RoleCatcher really special. It's a powerful tool, but it's ultimately a tool that's used to help people.
I'm really impressed by what I'm hearing. Okay, so before we go too far down the rabbit hole, let's bring it back to our listeners and recap some of the key takeaways. So for anyone listening who's feeling a little lost in their career or, maybe just dreading that next job application, it sounds like RoleCatcher could be a total game changer, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just a website, it's like a whole support system. It's like having a career coach and a tech-savvy friend all rolled into one.
Okay, I like that. But, we've been gushing about RoleCatcher this whole time. We got to be fair. There's going to be, like, a downside, right? Nothing's perfect.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's important to remember that it's still a tool, right? Like, RoleCatcher can give you all these amazing insights and suggestions, but you still got to use your own judgment in the end.
So it's not about letting the AI make all the decisions for you.
No, not at all. It's about, using it to inform your decisions, to give you an edge, but you still got to be the one driving the car, so to speak.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like having a GPS can show you the way, but you're still the one behind the wheel.
Exactly. And, as amazing as all the AI stuff is, it's important to remember that things change quickly, right? Like, what works in the job market today might not work tomorrow.
So you can't just rely on RoleCatcher to, like, magically solve all your career problems.
Well, it would be nice. But no, I think the real takeaway here is that it's about being proactive, like using RoleCatcher to stay ahead of the curve, to keep learning and growing.
So it's about more than just finding a job. It's about, like, investing in your future, in your own development.
Exactly. And I think that's a message that's relevant whether you're just starting out in your career or, you're a seasoned executive looking for a change.
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, it seems like RoleCatcher has the potential to really shake things up in the job market.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about replacing human intuition and hard work. It's about giving you the tools to make those things even more powerful.
Well said. And hopefully a lot less stressful along the way.
You got that right. All right, everyone. That's it for our deep dive into RoleCatcher. We hope you found it as insightful as we did.
Yeah, it was a real eye-opener.
Until next time, happy job hunting.